Welcome to Three Blind Wines.
We're really lucky today to be invited into Hop Alley.
I am Jacob Roadhouse. My job is wine, and I'm at Hop Alley right now.
Hi, I'm Geoff Cox, the Executive Chef at Hop Alley.
I am Sam Maher, owner of Somebody People.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm the chef of Somebody People.
Obviously, Hop Alley, great restaurant here in Denver. Thank you, Geoff and Jacob, for having us. Really appreciate it. Wine number one, you've got this beautiful bouquet of tin pineapple, peaches, not too over the top on the tropical flavors, but definitely a little bit peach yogurty kind of characteristics as well. Oh, yummy. It's a dry wine, got great acidity, kind of almost biscuity characteristic coming out, like a brioche character. When you have like a little brioche bread with some kind of fruit on the top, a little bit of yogurt on top of that for breakfast, little maple syrup or something like that. It's kind of got that angle where you're dining at your favorite cafe. Wow. Super interesting. Super interesting. But really good. Definitely from a warm climate, because you're getting these kind of more kind of forward with the fruit characteristics. You've got a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of oak. I'm going to say that this is from the Rhone Valley. It's a blend, Marsanne-Roussanne. A little bit of phenolic ripeness. It's got great acidity, and it has those kind of tropical notes.
Wine number one. Looks pretty good today.
It's good.
Color's pretty gold bronze. It's like green fruit pretty much. Maybe a little stainless steel, but let's taste it. Well, it's slightly funky on the palate. Nice acidity. It doesn't like rip too much. It's really well rounded. There might be like a little bit of skin contact just because it's like slightly heavy on your palate, but I couldn't honestly tell you what wine this is, so I'm gonna have to take a huge guess. But it's really tasty, really funky. There's a lot going on I would call this really complex. Let's try it one more time and we'll take a guess. My guess for this wine is New World, let's say Austria. Werner? Gewürztraminer? The wine people aren't here, so I'm just kind of guessing. I'm gonna go Riesling, because I know that word.
Marsanne blend, Rhone Valley, $38.
New World Riesling. Price? Expensivo, dude. $56 a bottle.
Kind of salty, pithy. You get the kind of stone fruit. You get that peppery note to it. This is one of those wines that is better with food, no doubt, but still very tasty on its own.
Wine number two. Definitely a white wine, yellow in color. It's got a hint of texture because you can tell by the tears. Oof, I'm looking forward to it anyway. On the nose, soft pear, salinity, little kind of yellow apple-ish kind of thing. Weirdly enough, it reminds me of blueberries, which is kind of throwing me off. So every time I smell a little kind of berry in a grape, I think it might be a different grape variety, maybe a red grape variety posing as a white grape variety. Do you know what I mean? Or a dog dressed as a cat kind of mentality of a wine. Clay or some sort of minerality. No influence of oak that I can tell. Maybe old oak, but there's no new oak. A citrus characteristic and good acidity. Kind of lending itself, like I'm kind of moving towards Chardonnay or something like that. I even thought Riesling maybe. So like more of a textured Riesling. But yeah, this one is like, it's very sophisticated. It's almost like when I put on a suit and I'm going out to a fancy theatre date. This is how I feel. It is in the glass here. It's throwing me off. Could be Chardonnay, could be Riesling.
Wine number two. Just definitely lighter, not like the bronze or gold color that we had for the first one. Smell, weed. It definitely just smells like weed. You get like a little bit of rhubarb in there too. Early berries, like young Halle Berry. There's a good amount of acidity in this guy. The funk from the smell on the nose doesn't really come through on the palate, but the acidity just kind of like sits there. It's still sitting. There's a nice like salinity on the back ends, kind of richness that really kind of hits your palate. I would guess this wine is a pet nat. Is pet nat a wine? I don't think it's like a grape. I think it's just a style of making wine, but I could be completely wrong.
It refers to a sparkling wine.
The wine gods told me it refers to a sparkling wine.
Riesling from Germany. The Ney region probably retails for around about $35.
This is a pet nat. I guess grape varietal Pinot Gris. I guess Grigio, Gris. I like to slang things. Let's go next. I said the bottle was going to be 42, I believe.
tons of florality, lots of blossomy notes to it, but it has that very, very kind of like classic Chenin Blanc acidity that kind of just builds. It's not stationary, it kind of moves through your whole palate. I would say in relation to the two, this is delicious on its own. It gets really, really great with food. I would smash this by itself.
Wine number 3. White wine heaven today. It's just like, it's all white wines. Ooh, a little reductive monster on the nose. You can feel that this wine may be built for age. It's definitely got a beautiful golden yellow color in the glass. On the nose, you're definitely getting those kind of like struck matched little cedar, a little bit of kind of oak influence, kind of vanilla, kind of riper apple characteristics that I get. I say characteristics a lot, don't I? A little bit of kind of cottle cream on top. Oof. Always when I smell reduction in a wine, I kind of think, okay, this wine is kind of built to age for a little bit. So, but this is definitely a young-ish version of a wine. I'd say 22, maybe 22, 23. On the palate, you're getting a little bit more kind of riper fruit characteristics. So I'm saying like riper apple, peach, a little bit of kind of pear characteristics, some citrus, all that kind of fun stuff. You're getting this great kind of oak integration within the wine, so it's not overbearing, it's in the background, it's kind of like holding that fruit in a little basket, a little wooden basket, and so you're really getting that smell of kind of country France kind of style. I think the cool thing here is that it's not so much about the fruit that's coming out, it's more about the background characteristics. So whether you're getting a little bit of earth and a little bit of minerality in the wine, it's really, really good wine. Really happy with the selection that Jacob's given us. Sometimes when you do these tastings, you get like maybe one, maybe two really great wines, but all these wines are really, really good. Like, I'm just so stoked with what has been poured in these glasses. Could be Chenin Blanc, could be Chardonnay, could be Riesling, could be something that I'm going to get totally wrong, as I always do, but I do think it's Chardonnay, this one. I think this is Chardonnay from, I'm going to say it's from Burgundy. So Chardonnay from Burgundy, from probably a pretty great estate. So I think this is a really, really great wine. I'd say it's kind of in that Premier Cru kind of range. Might be giving it a really, really great rap, but I really enjoy it. I love that reductive character because I know that it's kind of built to last.
The Sous-Bois style leans very into that kind of like curried spice. It just intensifies in every way. This, I would still say, is a rather intense style wine. It's got a tense acidity. It's got tons of minerality.
Wine number 3. I don't know what color. There's probably like a little bit of green in here. It's definitely not the bronze from the beginning, the little more hazy in the second one. This one looks a little more classic, I would guess Chardonnay, but we haven't done anything yet. Damn it. This one is also funky as shit. Wet grass, like wet wood, like kind of smell off of the nose. Let's just taste it, I guess. On the palate, immediately get like funk and nuttiness that sits there for like a quick second, then the acidity kind of just kills it all out. It's not really heavy like the second one was. The first two definitely maybe some sort of skin contact because of where it sits on your palate. You would want to eat it with something fatty because of the acidity. I don't know what the hell any of these are. My guess is definitely New World. I would put it in, maybe not New World. Let's go, I'm gonna say some sort of Chardonnay. I don't know where it's from. It's super tasty.
This is so sexy. Sexy in the glass. It's a cracking wine. Chardonnay from Burgundy, 2022. 70, what'd I say? $52 a glass, $52 a bottle.
Southern France Chardonnay, it's definitely 45.
Lots of texture, lots of body, but because of that acidity and that kind of just kinetic energy of the wine, it never comes across as like a big wine or a full wine. It is kind of one of those wines that is heavy, but it kind of hovers on your palate, and that's what good white wines do. I could drink that by itself too. What do you think of wine number 1?
I thought all these wines were pretty amazing. There's normally something where I was like, I tasted wine number 1, I got a little bit stumped. Wine number 2, I got really stumped. I don't know what that is. Wine number 3, I think I nailed it, but I'm not really sure. As far as a wine that's got definitely a broad spectrum of different flavors, I thought that really nailed it. It was just trying to decide what it was and where it was from. I guess that's the fucking game, really. I thought about oxidative handling and I was like, fuck, what is it?
What?
And then I was like, a little bit, it's not like so prominent on the oak, but it's definitely there and it's like, it's kind of cool. The color gives it away as well. Might have age on it. So I was a little bit stumped, but I think I guess Marseille Roussanne from the Rhone Valley. Yeah.
New Worlds, Austria, Gewürztraminer, I think is what I said.
I smelt it and I was like, just thinking old concrete tanks just fermenting away, like old school ways of making it, like a bunch of monks just hanging out, smoking cigarettes, making wine.
I think if you guys smushed both of your kind of thought process together, you would end up being right. I would say like the thing that maybe you're picking up as skin contact is kind of just an inherent quality of the grape with a little bit of phenolic bitterness.
Okay.
Just a couple that kind of fall into that category. Classic grape, classic-ish region. We're in Austria in the Weinviertel. This is 2015 Sonntag, geschlossen, 3140 Tage im Fass. This is GRÜNER VELTLINER in 1,850 liter cask for 9 years.
Oh, wow.
So it just got released. This is just a really cool producer that kind of like just stumbled upon, like I think right before the pandemic happened. It does not release a lot of wines. The first wine that he released that I was able to snack on was the 2011, and then this was the last one that he released.
Cool.
But yeah, so
I
kind
won,
of,
I won that one.
You did. You nailed it.
I would say,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're picking winners,
Yeah.
at least this early in the game.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, cool.
A little Von Boden joint. They're delicious. But I mean, I would say both of you kind of, I think there's aspects of this wine that will inherently throw you off. There's an oxidative nature to it, but not a lot of like oak influence to it. When you kind of piece those out, you're like, oh, you're thinking wood. But I don't think anyone's going to the conclusion of, oh, this was aged for 9 years.
Yeah.
In big oak barrel. Fun,
So
exciting.
yummy. So
Grüner
yummy.
Veltliner.
Cool.
Or Veltliner. We'll be right around $36.
Ooh.
There's a ritzy nature about it.
Now I smell it natural in its aromas.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I smelt it just before and my mind went to Spain. So I really don't know what it was. I'm double guessing. So I was just like, I said Riesling originally.
I said Pet Nat, but then found out that Pet Nat is not actually a thing that you can say. So
You can't. You just need the petulant nature of the petulant.
But it definitely
Which
didn't
is
have
bubbles.
any.
No,
Didn't have
yeah.
any bubbles. I think I also guessed Riesling as well. I also said weed. I get a lot of weed in this.
I see the weed. Almost a petrol-y type nature to this. To me, it's very like blossomy.
Blossomy, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, I had like an apricot tree in my backyard last year, and it smelled very similar to that. All of those make sense, right? It's got a lot of acidity. The acidity builds.
Yeah.
Like it's not a kind of like a stationary type acidity. And when I think of that acidity that kind of builds into a crescendo is, I'm thinking Chenin Blanc.
Chenin Blanc.
I'm thinking Chenin Blanc. This is Jérôme Lambert, coule de source.
Yeah.
So he is, you got the natural part.
Yeah.
He's farmed biodynamic. He's never made wine with sulfur. His whites tend to be definitely more stable of them. They kind of have that show that like razor's edge, but it doesn't go into like what I would consider like a bad funk. It just has like almost like an umami funk to it.
Yeah.
And then that kind of like salty kind of pithiness to it. Stylistically, it's different because like Rabelais sur Léon, which is kind of like where the natural wine stuff happened.
Yeah.
It's like Richard Loire, Marc Angeli, Stéphane Bernadotte. He came from the Richard Loire camp, which tends to be like these rich, powerful, kind of like intense styles of wine. Almost white burgundy-esque filtered through this lens of Chenin.
Yeah.
But these are kind of more on that like laser beam side, where it's kind of You get a little salty tropical, you get a little green note to it, but then you have all that kind of like really pretty blossom note to it.
I've really been into salty wines lately.
You're a salty guy?
You're a salty guy.
Yeah, I'm a salty guy.
Salty
I
dog.
know.
Let's go Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
Comic Sans on the label, you know it's going to be a good natural wine. That is.
That's so good.
This would be around like 46-ish bucks.
Ooh.
What'd you think of wine number 3?
It's tense. It's moody. It's kind of like me on a Monday morning, you know what I mean? It's got little hints of vanilla. Guess Chardonnay.
I also guess Chardonnay. It must be something in the water today because Sam and I guessed a bunch of the same things.
Oh, yeah.
The nuttiness and then the acidity that kind of just like sits there. Like the nuttiness that hits your palate immediately and then like dissipates and the acidity just kind of like lingers was really nice.
Yeah. Like thinly sliced French apple tart. Eau de pomme. Tart eau de pomme.
Very
Yeah.
skin forward.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's kind of, well, I think like if you were to think of like a through line for all these wines, like all of these kind of like lean more into the pithy skin side of the fruit than like the really plush kind of sweet pulpy fruit to it.
Yeah.
If that was, and some salt. The salty whites are they're just in right now. As you drink better wines and wine, like it's gets less and less about the fruit, right? Like the fruit is always going to be there, but what makes those wines great is kind of the non-fruit kind of element to kind of give it some complexity to it. But you guys nailed this one. Chardonnay.
Where? From where?
From the Jura.
The Jura. Oh, there we go. It is. You're on the money.
Did you guess? Did you guess Jura
You
Chardonnay?
nailed
I
it.
said Chardonnay, Southern France.
I said Burgundy Premier Cru.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'cause
Which
I was
looks like, you know, like the Jura on the higher end, like they become less and less
yeah.
like easy to kind of pick out because they have that intensity, they have the power, you know, they have.
I should, because there's more acidity to this one.
Really?
Like it's like
Well, it's
strong.
I kind of think of like Jura, like Burgundy with mountains and more extreme, right?
Yeah.
So like all like this is a Wye style, so like a topped up.
Yeah.
So this is 2 years in old barrel, and Michel Gahier is another, I would say explicitly sans souffle natural winemaker, but I would say you would consider him a natural.
Yeah. Far out.
So what do we have here? We got the Loup Blanc.
Oh.
So I want to say this is about 40-year-old vines, very, very kind of precise, clean farming, and very, very little to no intervention in the
that's cracking.
cellar.
These were all really good. Thank you so much.
good.
Yeah.
So what's the price on this?
This one would be around $46 retail.
That's pretty good.
I know.
That's a good little price.
I think that's a great price.
I would definitely buy a case.
I think that's a price where like the general consumer could really, really like get their heads busted.
Yeah.
By a $46 Jura Chardonnay.
I mean, Jura was fancy and so popular 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know?
No?
It's got to come back.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's the
All,
wine next
all
summer.
these things are cyclical.
So good. Such a good wine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate it. Those
Thank
wines are so good.
This looks beautiful.
So pretty.
So these are our dragon whiskers, but really they're just the small sprouting greens of the snow peat plant. Favorite part about them is the fact that the stems are hollow, so they end up being like little straws that drink up the sauce and the wok, and really carries the flavor to your palate. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of Thai soy sauce, and finish with just a little bit of white vinegar to brighten everything up. It's one of those great examples of very few ingredients coming together to really be greater than the sum of its parts.
Dig in, I guess.
Start us off.
That's really good. Thank you so much.
I mean,
I don't know which one to start with first.
Ooh, that makes it good, more fruity.
yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. It totally changes it.
Yeah. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, this is so good.
Oh, good.
Oh. It's not that often when I'm correct, so you know I'm kind of living in this moment. I might have gone 3 for 3 here.
It's almost like the second one runs side by side with the dish, whilst the first one kind of changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Honestly, I'm gonna say that I think the third one was my favorite with it. I think the second one pairs with it really nicely, and there's like a nice like cohesion with like the dish and the wine. But there's something about the third wine that once you eat and you drink, you're getting complexity from both of them, which is like
You can
honestly
taste
really
all the
nice.
flavors of both.
Yeah,
And
and
it
they
cleans it up.
and they meld together really well, which is super nice.
You know, I can't say I disagree with you.
But all of them work. Like honestly, all the wines work
Yeah.
really well with the dish. I wouldn't be upset if I got
I
any
would
of them.
honestly say that you're the winner because you fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. They all complement it in 3 different ways. So definitely this changes both kind of dishes, which is kind of really exciting. This just like runs parallel with it. The third one just enhances both
Agreed. Yeah.
together.
That
Right type of mix.
reductive kind of note like tones back once it has the food.
Yeah, like slight cook on the soy with the reductive note, kind of like takes that away, but everything else from the wine comes out, which is nice.
I haven't tried this in like 2 years, and this dish is really good.
It also brings out a lot more lemon, freshens up the palate. Such a good pairing experience here at Hop Alley. Loved it. Amazing. Yeah, so good.
We had fun.
Far out. The Daniel-san is overtaking the master, and me, Miss Miyagi, is going to have to retire now. So that's great.
No, you can retire now.
I can retire now. I know.
You have a worthy pupil.
I do.
I'd like to thank everyone. Actually like to thank Sam for all the teaching and my wife for putting up with me. And let's go next.
I can't do all the time. Anyway, it's my natural sound. It's my resting voice.
So this is one. One.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I swear CHENIN BLANC's like my Achilles heel.
You know, it was for a long time for me, but then I just started drinking so much alcohol.
So, yeah, okay, cool. All right, CHENIN BLANC
Because
all
it
the way.
gives you so many different things. Because like you
So
can have the wines that feel like
yeah.
a lot of richness and body.
Yeah.
You can have like laser beams like this. You got sweet styles.
Yeah.
This is like a good one that you'd want to eat with like grilled meats. Like
Yeah.
if you gave me like a plate of grilled meats, I'd be like,
Yeah.
this is fucking perfect.